Let's fight. Let's fight, people. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday evening, wherever you guys are joining us from. Whether it's at home here in Guyana, you're in Ituli, you're in Kitty, you're in Linden, you're in Berbice, you're in the Quarantine, you're in New Amsterdam in 6, you're in Yeovil in Region 5, you're in Rossignol, wherever you are, Bath Settlement in Bath, wherever you're joining the broadcast from. Region 3, welcome in the ring. Whether you're joining us on Twitter, you're joining us on YouTube, you're joining us on Facebook. Which page you're joining us on? You're on the Christopher Jones page, you're on the APNU AFC page, wherever you're picking us up from, folks. At home again here in Guyana, in the diaspora, whether that's the Caribbean or the wider world, internationally, welcome in the ring. We invite you guys to share the live stream. Share the live stream. We want to hear from you guys, and we are looking to that magic number, folks. We are looking to that magic number. Let's fight. Myrtle Hines and Annabelle Clement, Mark Allman and Fidel, is it Longhorn and Marcia Griffith, Audrey Ward and Roy Garroway, Oren Barker. Good evening to each and every one of you. Where's my friend Candace Ryan? I see she had a calling your name. Your name calling Candace, Carlton, Lacey and Chester Isaacs, Graves Andy, Jeanette Wong and Brenda. How you know Wong, Janelle? I need a photograph. I want to see this shiny face. Anne Marie Selby and Deborah Lake and Kimmy and all the other folks. Andrew Cuthbert, Cheryl Ann Hayward. Good evening to all of you. Marilyn King and all the other folks. Rita Singh, Randy Singh, Brenda Braffett or Braithwaite. Good to see each and every one of you folks. We are ready to go at this end. Selena Fraser from Toronto and Pennsylvania's in the house. Let me see who's from Pennsylvania. The names are going by so fast, so folks. I got to scroll back. Randy Bowen from Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's up in the house. Good to see you, Randy. Good to see each and every one of you guys. Share the live stream. Share the live stream, retweet. I want to see a comment from Twitter. Somebody who is joining us on Twitter. Let me see a comment from Twitter. I want to see some comments from YouTube as well. And of course, Facebook in We Face. Facebook in We Face. Onessa and Sharon, Lisa, Paula, Sean, Samuel Mingo, and Pamela Viola Cancia. It's good to see each and every one of you guys. Quite a program ahead of us. Quite a program ahead of us, and I am ready to get into the hot topics with you guys. Mavis Henry, Derek Smith, Sabina, Lisa. Good to see you. Andrea McDouble. Good to see you. And Elizabeth Williams. Good to see you. It's going by so fast, people. It's going by so fast. Gloria Bowery. Good to see you. Walita Best, good to see you joining us there on YouTube. Good to see you, Walita. And as well, Andre P2107. Andre's YouTube name. I know that's his legal surname, but that's the name Andrew has up there. Guys, share the live stream for me. I'd be so grateful. Share the live stream for me. I'd be so grateful. Guys, I'm ready to begin. I'm ready to begin, folks. Ready to get into the hot topics. Ready to get into the hot topics. Jean Harvey. Good to see you, Jean. Good to see you, Amber. Is it Ton or Tone? And Ronier Caesar. Good to see you as well. And Kathy and all the other folks. Dale Glasgow. My God, I called about 300 names already or 4. Good to see all of you guys in the house. Folks, let's get to the hot topics tonight. Let's get to the hot topics tonight. And we're coming on with this bit of breaking news that some of you guys might have already been alerted to during the course of the day. And that is the assassination. That is the assassination, folks, of the president of Haiti, His Excellency Jovenel Moise, His Excellency, the president of Haiti. And guys, such tragic news this morning. We learned that sometime around 12 and let's say 2 a.m., 12 a.m. and 2 a.m. This morning early, gunmen stormed his private residence and killed His Excellency Jovenel Moise and injured his wife, who is recuperating in hospital. The last bit of information I saw before coming on is that she was flown to Florida to receive some medical attention. But again, our thoughts and prayers go out to the folks in Haiti, our brothers and sisters there in Haiti. And we're going to have one of our guests this evening is going to be talking specifically about what is transpiring in Haiti currently. So again, our thoughts and prayers, folks, go out to the country of Haiti that lost its head of state so tragically this morning, His Excellency Jovenel Moise. And we're going to be giving you more updates as we know them. And as I said, one of our guests this evening is going to be speaking specifically to Haiti. He himself being Haitian, a Haitian national, will be joining us this evening to talk to us about what is happening there in Haiti and especially in Port-au-Prince, its capital. Lots of activities I saw over the last 8 hours. And again, our thoughts and prayers go out to the people of Haiti in this gruesome, shocking execution, assassination of their president, His Excellency Jovenel Moise. And again, folks, we're going to keep bringing you additional information as we have them. And we're going to be discussing this in particular later on in the program. But that being said, the leader of the opposition would have issued a press statement on the subject matter. And in that press statement, he has said, and I'll read a couple paragraphs for you, the AFC coalition is deeply saddened and immensely troubled by the news of the assassination of the president of Haiti, His Excellency Jovenel Moise. We condemn this heinous and cowardly act in the strongest possible terms and lament this dark day in the history of the region. The press statement reads, the APNU AFC extends its deepest condolences to the family and loved ones of President Moise, as well as the government and people of Haiti, and pray for the full and swift recovery of the First Lady, Martine Moise. We urge a full and thorough investigation that will bring justice to the Moise family and the people of Haiti. And we assure the people of Haiti that the arms of Guyanese continue to be wrapped around them, and our thoughts and prayers remain with them as they navigate this most tumultuous period in their history. That is the statement coming out of the leader of the opposition. The installer Irfan Ali also issued a statement saying that he was shocked. Folks, but I want to touch a little bit on this here, because when I read some of the statements coming out of the Caribbean leaders, especially, I thought about how hypocritical these people are, and as we were saying, as we would have passed CARICOM Day, and we pause to think about where we have come to as a nation, I would say, reading some of these statements, they are a bunch of hypocrites. Listen, folks, I'm going to tell you this. You see, when I dead and gone, if y'all didn't like me living, oh, don't come with no flowery words. You understand me? But some of y'all barefaced. Y'all is kill people, and then y'all want to come and cry the funeral. Not only cry the funeral, y'all want to fight the family to read the eulogy. Y'all are wicked, and some of y'all are very, very hypocritical. Now, just yesterday, was it yesterday or was it the day prior? There was the heads of government meeting, and they were discussing Haiti and the movement of Haitian nationals. Now, let me quote some of what these hypocrites as Caribbean leaders would have said. Some of these hypocrites as Caribbean leaders, right? Hypocrites as Caribbean leaders concerning what is happening with Haiti, justifying the imposition of visas for Haitian nationals. Now today, these hypocrites, these Caribbean leaders who are hypocrites, talking about Haiti and wanting to help. I'll read both statements. I want to read part of the statement yesterday coming out of the new chairman of CARICOM on behalf of the heads of government of the region, and then I want to read parts of their tributes, or whatever you want to call it, concerning the assassination of President Moise. Now, this is the statement yesterday, right? right? They're talking about, yes, the Prime Minister Gaston Brown, Chairman of CARICOM, agreed that nationals of member states that are part of the region's single market are entitled to free movement, to move freely, right? But he says, however, CARICOM member states must take steps to prevent mass and illegal migration of Haitians, to prevent the violation of immigration rules, right? Hear what this hypocrite goes on to say. He says, that has been this issue of the Haitians moving throughout the region, right? Looking for solace and looking for betterment. He said that has been a vexing issue, not necessarily in keeping with the treaty requirements, but we have to be pragmatic about these things. This imposing of visas, right? This imposing of visas, this hypocrite, the Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, says that it is, he acknowledged it's not in keeping with treaty requirements, but he goes on to say we have to be pragmatic about these things. And now these hypocrites trying to tell us how much they love Haiti, give us a break. Y'all are hypocrites. Or as the education minister here in Guyana, Priya Malik Chan, for those of you who might not be familiar, said on social media, spelled the word as hypocites. So when you hear me saying hypocites, that is what I'm referring to. So these are hypocites, right? They acknowledged just yesterday this imposition of visas for Haitian nationals is against the Treaty of Chaguaramas, the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas, which talks about the free movement of Caribbean nationals, of CARICOM nationals, and Haiti is a CARICOM member state. But he's saying we have to be practical about these things. You see, that's why I said to you guys, we no longer have a Caribbean and a CARICOM, you know. It's a set of gangsters and hustlers. That is what we have. Monopoly and conglomerates in CARICOM. We are breaching our own treaty, but we have to be practical about these things. These are the hypocrites. And now they want to come and talk nice about Haiti. Fire upon all of y'all. We're going to fight y'all. Fire on all of y'all. He goes on to say, what? Yes, ask specifically if there are exceptions to free movement in CARICOM, in the CARICOM's revised Treaty of Chaguaramas. CARICOM Secretary General Orin Larocque says that the treaty provides exceptions on the basis of public health and morals, right? Not how these guys want to impose the visa restrictions on Haitians, because you come from a poor country. See, if you don't have people to speak for you, and then they want to come at your funeral, cry crocodile tears, and fight your family to read the eulogy. They are hypocrites. That is what they are, the whole pack of them. They are hypocrites, including the installed Irfan Ali. So let me read what the statement the heads of government, right? This pack of hypocrites would have published today. You wouldn't believe it's the same people who made those comments yesterday about Haiti and the Haitian nationals. You see, it's God showing us some people, you know. I long for yesteryear when we had real statesmen in CARICOM. It was the Barbadian Prime Minister, what was his name, Errol Barrow, who says you cannot draw up an indictment against an entire people. Now, if you know your history, if some of y'all is read, when did Errol Barrow say that? You know, when he said that, he said it in 1953 when Guyana's constitution was suspended by the British. He says you cannot draw up an indictment against an entire people. And that is what the Caribbean region is doing with the Haitians. And now we want to come and hear the words. Hear these hypocrites. I tell you all, if y'all don't like me when I dead, so I didn't like you and I'm happy dead. I have no concerns. Right? And if I could come and haunt y'all, I still come and haunt y'all. That's why I'm fighting y'all in the afterlife. Right? So don't think if we are political foes, if I shut me eye tomorrow because y'all mismanaging COVID, y'all got to say anything flowery and nice. Y'all can say Duncan was a vagabond and we glad that he gone. Put it on social media. You understand me? Send me out like that on a high note. But don't be like these hypocrites. Now, here are the issue today. The CARICOM heads of government. Oh, the heads of government strongly condemns the abhorrent and reprehensible act that comes at a time of deep turmoil and institutional weakness in the country, Haiti. They call for the perpetrators to be apprehended and brought to justice for law and order to prevail. They know law and order must prevail in the Treaty of Chagaramas. They know law and order must prevail in the treaty, under the treaty, the revised Treaty of Chagaramas. Law and order got convenience. They are hypocrites and hypocrites. They go on to state, these heads of government, these hypocrites, in accordance with its values, as expressed in its Charter of Civil Society, the Caribbean community does not settle its differences by violence, but by overthrowing governments, by violence, which undermines democracy and the rule of law, but peacefully through dialogue and the recourse to democratic institutions. In the light of Haiti's membership of CARICOM, here the hypocrites, right? Here's story here. Here's story here, people. Y'all know I really want, but here's story here. Take it in a mild form. Here's story here with the hypocrites. In the light of Haiti's membership of CARICOM and the family ties that binds the people of Haiti. What flipping family ties? Huh? If I your family, how you giving your neighbor next door visa-free access, and I your family, and you're crying and you are requiring a visa when I come? How come you're telling your neighbor next door you could turn up at my house anytime and walk in? But I your family, and you tell me I got to call you on the phone so that you can prepare for my arrival. And you may or may not allow me to come in. Y'all are hypocrites and hypocrites, the whole pack of y'all, heads of government. Nonsense. Right? So in light of the ties that bind us, bind the people of Haiti and CARICOM together, just yesterday, they said we ain't tied to them. Right? We must be practical. CARICOM expresses its willingness. Listen to bullshit now. CARICOM expresses its willingness to play a lead role in facilitating a process of national dialogue and negotiation to help the Haitian people and their institutions to craft an indigenous solution to the crisis. Here bullshit. Here bullshit. Here bullshit. Yesterday, we had a simple issue to deal with in terms of visa. You know this, you know what Glaston Brown said? We talked to the president of Haiti, the leadership there, a lots of time on this matter. But today, when the man dead and gone, suddenly they want to sit down and have national dialogue and negotiations to help the Haitian people and their institutions to craft an indigenous solution to the crisis. But then sit down and craft a blasted indigenous solution to this flipping visa issue. Y'all are hypocrites. The whole flipping heads of government for the region are hypocrites. They are hypocrites. And that is why it is only hypocrites could pen something like this after saying what they said just yesterday. They are hypocrites. All of the Caribbean leaders on the Haitian issue, y'all are hypocrites. And y'all are wasting our time and taxpayers' money funding CARICOM. You had a simple issue as the Haitians, like any people looking for betterment, filtering through the regions, and y'all instituted visa requirement. Now today the man dead. Suddenly, they got special meeting that they called today. They couldn't call one yesterday on the visa issue, but suddenly, listen to these hypocrites, right? They want to play, CARICOM express its willingness to play a lead role in facilitating a process of national dialogue and negotiation to help the Haitian people and their institutions to craft an indigenous solution to the crisis. Hypocrites. That is what they are. Hypocrites. Hypocrites, and we're tired of them. Hypocrites. The whole pack of them masquerading in the region as leaders. The whole pack of them. The whole pack of them. Right? Folks, Ghana is not a real place. It is not a real place. And I tell you why. We keep talking about the crosses. It's crosses in the region and it's crosses home here. Guyana is not a real place. Hypocrites and hypocrites. Right? And I say it again. When I dead and gone, y'all see what y'all want. You don't have to come with flowery words. If you don't feel a certain way about me when I am living, don't come with flowery words when I am dead. Because now I'm coming to haunt your ass. That's what I'm coming to do. Be one way, right? All of this dodgy and divey and diplomatic nonsense, it's time we get over it. So let's talk about the crosses we got at home. Every day is crosses, right? Crosses and pocketory, crosses and pocketory. Every day is crosses and pocketory. That's where you're operating, crosses and pocketory, crosses and pocketory. So just today, moving along very quickly before my guests come, I saw an online news entity endorsing Ben because the opposition brought in a confidence motion against Ben. An online news entity. You see when people do journalism? You see when people never sit down in a diplomacy class or a political affairs class at UG or any place? Now, journalism, they talk about the fourth estate, which is the media, and the role the media must play as being independent, unbiased, right? Having all of these pillars. Now, Guyana Daily News come out, Ben is the man for the job. You think it's a campaign, a whole ad, you know. Ben is the man for the job. A news entity. Now, in electioneering time in the US, we see their newspapers and so forth that come out for candidates. Now, this is not electioneering time. Ben is the man for the job. But what they didn't tell you is the fine prints that we got to read. It's like CARICOM, you got to read the fine prints. We got to read the fine prints of the hypocrites. So what Daily News didn't tell us is that Sheriff Security Service owns Daily News. And incidentally, it is the Minister of Home Affairs who grants you permission for your gun license, whether as an individual or for a security firm. In addition to that, it is the Minister of Home Affairs who regulates the private security firms sector. It is the Minister of Home Affairs. So they got to know why they're sweeting up to Ben in this way. Suddenly, Ben is the man for the job, right? Just you bring a no confidence motion and they got into campaign mode. But the no confidence motion still coming. But talking about that, this is what Fariz Hanif said of the hypocrites. Not the regional hypocrites, the local one. Now, I don't know which side of the political aisle Fariz Hanif stands on. Honestly, I don't know. During the last election, I had my little inclinations. But as far as journalism goes, I don't even know if she went to UG or any place to learn journalism, or she has just had the experience in working in media entities. But Fariza has kept her politics to herself. And if anything, I would say Fariza is PPP. If anything, if I have to. But Fariza wasn't having it today. Fariza was not having it today. Her politics aside. And if Fariza is PPP, she must be commended even more. Right? If Fariza is PPP, then she must be commended even more for the stand she took today on journalistic grounds, unlike Guyana Daily News. And I can speak because I am trained in journalism. I didn't just jump and put on a webcam and start talking. I went to UG and did communications, put in my time, and I passed. I ain't drop out. And after communications, I read law at UG and passed. I ain't drop out. So Fariza said this on social media. Fariza said it is disgraceful and distasteful and disrespectful that the two government ministers, this is Ben, who got the endorsement from Guyana Daily News, and Frank Anthony, right, who are facing a no confidence motion in the National Assembly, have refused to engage and face legitimate members of the media and instead decide to be interviewed by a social media commentator. I would have put it on as a but to show the other side something contrary, but instead decide to be interviewed by a social media commentator. We know who that social media commentator is. Now, these guys if for no other reasons why they have a no confidence motion passed against them, look nonsense here. The government got taxpayers paying for DPI. Huh? DPI. And you all know where we left Gina in 2015 is now we all come and meet DPI. DPI was miles ahead of where Gina was, thanks to Imran Khan and all the other folks there. Farisa said they gone to this social media commentator. They ain't go to Chronicle. They ain't go to DPI. They ain't go to NCN, the taxpayers' money funding to push out government information. They gone and perhaps, I am almost certain, pay a private commentator, a social media commentator, to sit on his program to push government propaganda, to push their narrative. Right? If the vice president is right and nobody ain't looking at DPI anymore since y'all got into office and nobody ain't reading Chronicle and nobody ain't listening to NCN, then y'all might got to shut it down. Because if y'all leaving all of the media apparatuses under your purview, if y'all want to be declared a legitimate government, but y'all aren't acting like a legitimate government, y'all gone to Farisa Hanif's word, a social media commentator, to be interviewed, and y'all running from the press. This is not Abnu AFC. This is Farisa Hanif. I think of Newsroom. I don't know if she's moved from there, of Newsroom talking. Farisa said it is disgraceful and distasteful and disrespectful. You're putting your pipe and smoke it. She says, some days I hate this job and this country. Farisa girl, we're right there with you. We keep moving backwards. That's Farisa Hanif, a journalist, a Guyanese journalist, talking about Ben and Anthony, and by extension, the government and their attitudes towards the media. But you know what? Just like the CARICOM community, these hypocrites and these hypocrites, you see, when it comes to World Press Freedom Day, oh my God, they can go on and talking all the most lofty things on World Press Freedom Day. You understand me? They can go on talking the most lofty thing, and for reason must sit down, get some call harassing shady. Same way they call Paul Slow to try to influence his decision. But Farisa, I commend you for the stand you took here today. And I say to you, stand your grounds. If y'all are a media entity worth your salt, you will have to stand your grounds and stand independently. Don't be like Daily News Guyana. Once you get like that, cat eat your dinner, you might as well come out of the profession. You might as well come out of the profession. Folks, we learned during the course of the day. I may have to skip through some of these issues. We learned during the course of the day that the police, and this is the NYPD police. This is not them local Cantor Pia police. The NYPD police, proper police, were probing a conspiracy to kill Rickford Burke. They were probing a conspiracy to kill Rickford Burke. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome Mr. Rickford Burke. And as you know, he is the president of the Caribbean Guyana Institute for Democracy there in New York. Rickford, a very good evening. Welcome.
Good evening to you, sir. I'm well and alive and well. I'm not going anywhere.
Excellent. I know you're going away, Rickford. We're going to fight them.
Yes.
We're going to fight them. These Jagabats. Farisa said they're disgraceful, distasteful. I want to quote some of our language, because it's by extension all of them: disgraceful, distasteful, and disrespectful. That's what they are. So Rickford, they're hustling with you now. Talk to us about that.
Wrong man. But before I get into that, I wanted to piggyback on something you said about the journalist, Ms. Hanif. What we've seen for a number of months now is Barjadeo leading the PPP straight down the path of Donald Trump. Trump was hostile to the media. He said the media was enemies of the people. I think the PPP in this case is enemies. They're enemies of the people. But that's what they're doing. They want to isolate journalists. If you notice, Donald Trump didn't go to traditional news agencies. He attacked them as fake news or whatever it is. And so what you see is Barjagdeo driving the PPP down this path of going to a very odious social media commentator who has no scruples in terms of his lack of morality and his indecency. So I think what they want to do is to tell people, well, you know, we're gonna make this into a big yard brawl like Donald Trump. And so when you come, you know, this is the level you're coming at. We're not going to the traditional media. We want a yard brawl, and that's what they're doing. That's the PPP. They're from the yard, right, or the gutter, and that's where they want to take this country, purse in hand. Sure.
Very much so, Rickford. Very, very much so. So again, they're coming after you.
Right.
You know,
So
and you know what, Rickford, you know what pisses me the hell off is that they're not even willing to fight fear. I mean, come to me as a man, right? You stay here and you big up. You're coming to Brooklyn. You're coming here. You're coming there. You're coming everywhere. And Rickford don't wait for to come to Brooklyn. Rickford advance to Queens, and then you don't show your face. And now y'all gonna come through all kinds of machinations. You understand me? Like this conspiracy to out your lives. But we having it. Tell us about that, Rickford.
Well, I can't say much because it's a police investigation. I'll tell you what I know. My understanding is that the police received a report of this alleged conversation. I was contacted by law enforcement, and they told me somebody, units are coming, will be at my home. And before I knew it, you had the whole, my neighborhood full of cop cars, and they were there in the vicinity of my home for an extended period. And I know that this investigation is ongoing. But let me say this, this is not a situation where I made a report to the police. This is a situation where a witness made a report to the police.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now, Rickford, I don't know. My concern is always for the people who cannot speak for themselves. My concern is always that because Rickford can fight for himself, but the folks who aren't fortunate, you know, how their rights are trampled upon. But I think I know what they're getting at, Rickford. They are seeing perhaps momentum building to August. And so they're getting antsy. Tell us about that, because I know you all have been planning and you all are executing on those plans. Tell us about it. I think that is what got them jittery, getting them jittery.
Well, August 15th is going to be a day that will go down in history. We plan to have a massive protest in New York to commence a series of activities against the PPP government in Guyana and to bring awareness to persons in the United States and in the international community about the racism that's happening home. Like I said, this is going to be a day in history, the Guyanese diaspora. We plan to have a march and a rally. The march will commence at 12 noon on August 15th at the intersection of Church and Flatbush Avenue in the heart of Central Brooklyn. And it will proceed to Grand Army Plaza, which is the intersection of Eastern Parkway and Flatbush, where we have a rally. We have a number, over probably close to 15 of the parliamentarians coming from Guyana. And we have leaders from the Guyanese diaspora from all over the world who are planning to come to this event. And then on the 17th of August, we plan to have a diaspora conference. Mm-hmm. And we hope that as a diaspora, those of us who are against racism, against PPP dictatorship, we will devise a strategy for the remaining period, so long as these races are in power. It will be unprecedented. I think during the last PPP government, people fell asleep at the switch, and that's why they were able to kill over 1,400 people. That's why they were able to try to attempt to dominate.
Wide awake. We woke.
Yes. Well, that's how they attempted to dominate the entire political space in the country. We will not have it. And of particular concern to us in the diaspora is this attempt to form this secret police, like the Russian society, where they have secret police tracking people, killing them, and monitoring their communications, etc.
Yeah.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
the PUP is doing. And we have been talking with persons in the United States, including members of the Biden administration, about this. And we will come up with a strategy to expose it. And that strategy will include legal challenges to it
Yeah.
and other mechanisms to make sure that our people are protected. Let me be clear. I noticed one of their arch racists in Queens said that I wrote an article saying I called for a militia to overthrow the government. Well, I'm sorry for them. They must have nightmares and sleepless nights when I speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I want to make it very clear what I said. I said the PUP has a history of forming death squads and having secret policemen kill minority people from minority parties and Afro-Ghanaians.
I
And
heard that.
so far as that will continue, we will form an organization to examine what these people are doing and protect the lives of Black people and other persons who the PUP, death squads, and secret police will be targeting. I don't care what they say about me, and I don't care how much they misquote me and try to intimidate me or try to get their people to be scared of me. I am me. I am not a racist, but I abhor racism, and I will continue to speak out against racism. And the members of the PUP party and government are racist, and I will continue to speak out against them.
Excellent, Rickford. Excellent, excellent. Tell us what comes next in terms of this nonsense with these guys and this conspiracy.
Well, I'll await the police investigation, but let me say this. We will not allow anybody to attack CGID or members. And there'll be serious consequences. I don't want to use the word retaliation, but there'll be serious consequences. I'm not afraid of anybody in the PPP. I'm a warrior. If they want to fight, we'll fight. If they want to have a political war, we'll have that too. Whatever. If they want to have a meeting of minds, we can have that. If they want to talk peace, we can have that.
Rickford, Pashway.
We are willing to meet them at whatever level they want to meet us, and we're willing to meet them with whatever machinations or conspiracies, and we're ready to meet them and crush it. And this is the United States of America. This is not Guyana, where the Commissioner of Police and the Crime Chief are involved in all sorts of activities against the citizens. And excuse me, I'm still hoarse from getting drenched on Friday, and then I got soaked again last night. So, you know, this is the United States of America, and we have laws here, and the police force and the other members of law enforcement are not scared to enforce the law, and that's exactly what happened. So, Sharif, let me say this again. The Caribbean Guyana is a beautiful democracy, cannot be intimidated. I'm not afraid of any conspiracy to kill or whatever it is. I'm not afraid of any person shopping around to find people to harm me or whatever it is. Whatever happened, whatever they want to do, they can try to do it. It will be matched.
Yep, yep. Fantastic, fantastic. Well, Rickford, we are happy that you are well, and we know that you got your thing to protect. You know, and we ain't bothered. You understand? We ain't bothered, but we ain't having it.
I'm not the least bothered, but I want to make sure I encourage everybody, Sherry, to come out. You know, we'll start to promote this more as the time nears. We want to encourage everybody to come out on August 15th and speak with one loud voice. And then we want to see action in Ghana. We've been talking with federal officials here. We've been talking with elected officials. They will act. But the people of Guyana cannot be intimidated by corrupt police officers who the PPP, racist people, especially black officers, like a Hicken, like the crime chief, like the supposed fake deputy police
Yeah.
commissioner or acting person performing those duties, who will be standing out, men with guns to shoot down people, protesters. I don't think people should be intimidated. The
Yeah.
world is moving against racism, and the world is moving against autocrats, ethnocracies like we have in Myanmar. The world is going to move against the people government. They've shown their hands. They're fundamentally, congenitally racist. They hate African people. I noticed the president being a hypocrite, talking about extending condolences to the people of Haiti and calling for swift prosecution of people who killed the Haitian president. The president of Guyana, this party has been involved in the systematic murder of black people in Guyana, and he is not ensured justice. His supporters on the current team, on the West Coast police, killed the Henry boys, and they're fighting to make sure there's no justice. They are mistreating the Haitian people. They have banned Haitians from coming to Guyana because Haitians are fleeing their country because of poverty. And he had the audacity to stand up and tell Haitian people, but sympathy and swift justice. Charity begins at home. We want to see justice for black people in Guyana, justice for the Haitians in Guyana. If not, Erfan, he must shut his mouth because he's embarrassing the country.
Very well.
He doesn't believe in what he's saying.
Very well. Very well. Thank you very much, Rickford, for coming through on such short notice, and stay safe, my brother.
Thank you.
You understand me?
I'm a child
and
of God.
if you want backup, just call me. I come in to fight them, you know.
I'm a child of God. I'm fearless. I'm a warrior.
Amen. Amen. And he promised us to set ambush for the enemy. Thanks very much, Rickford.
Thank you. Good night.
Excellent. Folks, Rickford Burke, again, of the Caribbean Ghana Institute for Democracy there in New York. And I have with me, as we circle back to the more frontally to the Haitian issue and the assassination of the Haitian president, His Excellency Jovenel Moïse, just this morning. I have with me a Haitian national. I want to welcome him to the program for the very first time. My brother, I hope I'm calling the name right, Elysee Ceran. Am I right? A very good evening. Also known as Sunday Ceran. And he is a Haitian national who lives locally for quite a number of years. He is a former Queen's College teacher. He's a music producer and a gospel artist as well. And he has his own his own talk show as well. My brother, welcome in the ring. I wish we were meeting on happier circumstances, but as I have said, your president, the president of Haiti, Mr. Jovenel Moïse, lost his life so tragically there back home. What is happening in Haiti at this hour, to your knowledge?
I wanna greet you, my brother, and thank you for this opportunity to be here because, as I said, it's an honor to be here. Also, I didn't wish us to meet in that very sad, period of time, but it happened, so we don't have a choice. Also, I want to say good night to all the Guyanese who are watching live right now. So I salute you guys. Back home right now is a confusion. Everybody confused. Nobody know exactly what's going on. People are in a very confused state of mind. I was watching at the news this morning when I wake up, and I even I saw the prime minister of the country. He said that everybody confused. And right now, if you check on the news, everybody extremely confused right now of what's going on, because we need justice, man. We need to know who exactly killed the president and why the president was murdered, so brutally murdered, and so on and so forth. Back home right now, it's crazy, and parents are panicking. People, there's a lot of panic right now because of what's going on.
Noted. I've been following some of what has been happening there structurally in the country, and they have said that in the absence of the president, the head of the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice, should take over, but that person would have died of COVID-19 recently, and that there's another figure who should also step in the absence of this Chief Justice. but that person as well is not available. So you have a lot of structural issues happening. And now you have an interim prime minister who himself was supposed to have been changed in another couple of days, who is at the apex now of governance. Could you tell us a little bit about that and what is happening in that light?
Well, right now, there's a lot of lawyers, the constitutional lawyers, they talking about it, they're trying to propose a new way out of this storm, because this is considered right now as a storm in the country right now, because the Chief Justice just passed away with coronavirus, and then you have also this Prime Minister who's supposed to leave office. I mean, any days now, in the few hours he should have leave office to replace by another one, and then you also have this guy who's supposed to take over, but he is not also available to do so. So it's like, I mean, everybody's trying to, bring the laws together, and then lawyers are talking, and then they're trying to propose. But as I said right now, as officially, nothing has been said yet of what they should do. The Prime Minister was saying that the police force and the army together will take over. I really don't know what that means, but it's a as I said, it's a lot of confusions going on, and then this state is in a lot of confusion right now, and then nobody really see right now a way out of the storm. So what may happen, what probably would happen is that this prime minister, maybe they might find a way to have him stay, which also will create a lot of problem with the oppositions, because they will never accept that this guy is there, because it's the same political parties. Bro, I'm just praying that they find an agreement, so that the country could go to a perfect peace, which is it's very impossible. But we're still hoping, we still have faith though.
Great. And now I want to come now to this issue of Haitian nationals having to have a visa to travel the region. We saw the president, Irfan Ali, we call him the installed president, pulling back on our visa-free protocol that we had in place. And now we see CARICOM just yesterday pull out a statement through the chairman, who comes from Antigua and Barbuda, saying basically, yes, we have the Treaty of Chaguaramas, but individual member states can enact their own regulations to curb this influx of Haitian. I call them hypocrites, because just yesterday that was their talk. Oh, we've talking to the leadership in Haiti over time, but we don't see any change. And today it's kumbaya. I call them hypocrites.
That's right.
What are your thoughts?
That's right. I mean, it's funny. It's funny how they put together to help each other. That's what I'm seeing in the CARICOM. It's like, okay, you are my country, you are my friend, I will back you up. Whatever decision you take, I will back it up. I don't care about the laws. I don't care about anything that has been written, any treaty, any law, whatever. I will back you up, because it's like a friendship thing going on. And then they still call it, if you look at what happened in Haiti, you will see at many occasions the CARICOM is really silent on our case. Even if you look at what happened right now in Guyana, as I'm speaking to you, you will see the CARICOM is completely silent in our case. And then, but you will see now they're coming out to back up each other whenever one of their friends take a decision, then they will back it up. But what about us now? What about us? I mean, we are the victims. And maybe you didn't know. Let me make a point of that. Western Union, I don't know if I should call the name, has banned Haiti. We cannot send anything to our parents right in Guyana. And my parents, I went to a place, to a Western Union place, to send $10,000 for my mother because she's not well. I was told by the agent that, hey, your country has been blocked.
Wow.
And I was like,
wow.
Why would you? Wow. Why? Because what do we do? And I tried to engage a Guyanese. She said, yes, Haiti's been blocked. We cannot send, we cannot receive. This is the condition that we're living in, right? We're living in that condition whereby you have the powerful people who employ a bunch of Haitians, not giving them documents, and then you have immigration agent walking around searching the Haitians' door. I'm talking about kicking their door, entering illegally without
Yeah.
any permit to search, no search warrant, nothing. They're just looking for people without papers to kick them out of the country, and then you have powerful people who are hearing them,
Yeah.
not looking after the document, and then you have CARICOM who's silent and all these things. Now, as I'm saying, it's just like friends backing up friends. They will do anything to back up each other. You know?
And Ceran, on that note, listen to what the hypocrites, these so-called heads of government for the region, said in this press statement on the death of President Maurice. In the light of Haiti's membership of CARICOM and the family ties that bind the people of Haiti and CARICOM together, here are the hypocrites. CARICOM expresses its willingness to play a lead role in facilitating a process of national dialogue and negotiation to help the Haitian people and their institutions to craft an indigenous solution to the crisis. And I'm saying, now, whatever state Haiti is in, y'all are hypocrites as a region because you have a member state in that condition. And you could be sitting down in this very same way to craft this indigenous solution to the Western Union problem to Haiti, right? For the visa problems to the Haitian. Yeah. But y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all want to come as hypocrites now and use empty and long-winded words and phrases of nothingness that don't get us anywhere meaningful at the end of the day.
They're just bluffing. They know they're bluffing. And you know what's funny? They know they're bluffing. The president is dead. Let me take you through this. The president has died, right? And they know the country will be going in a state of emergency, right? Who will you have dialogue with? Nobody's ready for dialogue with CARICOM now. Everybody trying to bring light to the country, the brutal murder of the president. Nobody have time for dialogues now. Our situation is getting worse and worse every single day. And then they're just bluffing. But I wish they were serious about it. But to me, when I see it, when I read it, bluff. There's nothing serious. You know, when you're alive, some people don't really talk about you, but when you died, eventually they became more closer to you. They became your friend. They want to say nice stuff about you. That's exactly what's happening.
Because they're hypocrites. That is why they have, or as we say here, they're two-faced, right? Hold one face. If you're like we, you're like we, right? But now to issue this press statement that is divorced from what you all said just yesterday on the Haitian issue, you cannot say anything else but the guys are hypocrites. We've talked a little bit about the issue and what's happening, but I want to come back now to what is happening on the ground. In the reports that we have received, they said that the First Lady was shutting her arm. She's getting the necessary medical attention needed. But also, I did not hear of any of, let's say, the bodyguards for the president would have been mortally wounded or wounded period or anything like that. Are you getting any sense, and I don't want to put something out there that might not be, that is more than this and meets the eye? Maybe, as we say, it could be an inside job. It seems a little confusing in some way, like all the pieces aren't adding up. What are your thoughts?
I guess my internet is cutting up.
Right, Mr.
Well, my internet is giving a lot of problems.
I am hearing you clearly. Go right ahead.
Okay. My internet is kind of like breaking up. I didn't get to hear all the questions, but would you go over and say it again?
I was asking you whether you have a sense that there is more to this
repeat the question
of the president Maurice than we have heard, because all we have heard is that they were men who stormed this private residence. Some spoke Spanish, some spoke English, and they would have fatally wounded the president. Do you get a sense that there's more to this story than just that?
This is a question everyone is asking, and today I was live on Facebook asking about the same thing. People who don't know Haiti, they won't know what I'm saying here, but people who knows Haiti, they will know. The president of Haiti is a very, very, very high protected person. You know, it's not a person you can see anyhow. It's not even a director. Even a director in Haiti is not a person you could see anyhow, easily. Much less a president. You know what I mean? A president is, and Haiti is a very, 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 very high protected person. Now, when this morning when I wake up, when I see the president was murdered and then his wife was injured and all this, I'm asking myself a question: How can this, how can this be possible? Then I check on the news and they say is foreign nationals, foreign people. So my question now remains where these people came from. But I think I was listening to some news just now, and they have said that there were two airplane aircraft on the airport last night. They landed last night. So I think also the police national is conducting some investigation, but investigation are always secret, so I don't want to trouble the investigation they're doing. But also we all of us, whether we are lawyers and so forth, we asking the same question. We asking the same question right now as of where were the police force? And this guy, this president, is highly and very highly protected. He has a lot of people and his troops, a lot. And matter of fact, there's a special corps in the police force in Haiti called USGPN that responsible to protect the president. And I'm talking about, like, you have thousands of guys who responsible of one thing to protect the national palace and also to protect the president. So therefore, some of them will be at the national palace and some of them will be in his residence. So being able to enter the president residence right now, go straight to his room and executed them. And everybody's asking one question: where were the bodyguards? Where were the police? Because I'm telling you, not even to go close to the president's house, there's a lot of police there, a lot of bodyguard there. And then during this period of time, you're going to get election in September, and then the president is working on changing the constitution of the country. So he's a very, very high risk person. He's under a lot of threats. So therefore, he was really, really protected during this period of time. So I don't know what to say. As I said, there's an investigation going on. I don't want to also intimidate the investigation of the police, but certain things not clear to us. And when I'm watching this video, seeing these guys speaking English with American accent, and with these aircraft that landed at the airport 12 in the night just before the president was murdered, there's more to this story. And the thing is, they're trying to make it as though Haitians as moving to kill the president, but we all know Haitian would have never do it. And if Haitian had to kill the president, therefore it would have never be one man alone. They would have never killed the president alone. They would have killed the whole system, because Haiti is being held by a system that kept the country under poverty. And if the people had to do anything, it would have been more than the president. It would have been the whole system. It would have gone down, not only the president. The president died for a very, very complicated cause, and we all Haitians have an idea what might be transpired, but we don't want to trouble the investigations that's going on right now, so we let it go.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Elysee, our thoughts and prayers are with you guys. Anything I didn't get to ask that maybe we should know about the situation on the ground there currently?
Well, in Guyana right now, we don't know what next in the agenda, and I'm afraid to say it like that. I'm a very well spoken person. Everybody know me. People been reaching out to me for the longest while now, and like, bro, be careful. Nobody ever do this in Guyana to live long. Be careful, be careful, be careful. So I understand, but I still have to stand up for my people. So in the ground right now, people Haitian are afraid, and anything that they could do to leave the country as immediately as they can, they would do it, because they don't see a future here and they don't know what next in the agenda. Because in a country whereby immigration is looking for you, so if you're not legal in the country, they will actually deport you. Now you have Western Union who blocking you, and also their agent is asking you for your passport. If you give your passport, they don't give it back to you. They call the police and give it back to the police for the police to check it if you're legal or not. So there's Asians are now asking themselves what next in the agenda. I don't know what next. I don't know what's the plan for us. I don't know what will be happening next morning. But all I can say, Guyanese, I would love you guys to show support, to stand with us, because alone we will fail. And the system is powerful. I know y'all know the system is really, really powerful. So we need your support to stand up. And me alone, I cannot do the fight, but I need everybody to stand up with me and fight this. Because if we don't fight this, we all will perish. Whether you're from Guyana or not, we in the same category right now. Because look at this, the skin color. That's the problem. That's the real problem.
Yeah. Elysee, all I can say is that you're not alone, because we right here, we don't know what tomorrow holds. We're nationals right here. And we don't know what tomorrow holds, because every day in this country, as you said, it's purgatory. It's purgatory with these crosses. But I want to thank you, Elysee, Ceran, for your fortitude in standing up for your beliefs, and for that, and for those of your countrymen as well. Thanks very much for joining us this evening.
Thank you.
And I should say in my final words to you, I want to quote what the leader of the opposition said. Not these hypocrites. The leader of the opposition said that we urge a full and thorough investigation that will bring justice to the Moise family and the people of Haiti. And we assure the people of Haiti that the arms of Guyanese continue to be wrapped around them, and our thoughts and prayers remain with them as they navigate this most tumultuous period of their history. Our thoughts and prayers are with you and your countrymen. Ceran. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. And there we have it, folks. We encourage you guys to social distance, wear your mask, sanitize, and practice all the other COVID-19 protocols that are there for your health and your safety, and that of your friends, your family, and your loved ones. Stay safe, guys. Thanks for joining us, and share the live stream. And those folks who are going to come back and watch us a little later on in the evening, a little later on tomorrow, share the live stream as well. And thanks for joining us all. Do stay safe. Stay safe.